be themselves. So I agree 100%.
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, because you just never know how they're gonna react or how they're
Facts.
gonna be. You know, um, for example, with when it comes to relationships, people are very hesitant to jump into a new relationship. Oh, what up, Oos?
Oh, man. Hello?
Hello, hello.
Oh, man, I am so sorry, bro.
All
He's not.
good.
It is all bad. Alright.
All
He's not.
good. Sorry. Name tag a little bit.
Yep, my fault, my fault.
Is there a blank screen for mine? What does it look
Yeah,
like?
it's still blank.
That's hilarious. All right, give me a second. I'm about to join on my laptop.
All right, let me. uh, oh, shit. Where were we? Oh yeah, talking about the relationship. So oh fuck, switch them. Okay, there. Yeah, so like people who've been hurt, like for instance, ladies who've been cheated on in the past.
Right.
When they go into a new relationship, they hit that anxiety is especially when it comes to trust. Like they can't trust another man because they've been cheated on, they've been hurt in the past, And
Right.
it's the same way with the men, they've been cheated on in the past, by women. Jumping into a new relationship, it's not something that they look forward to, because and then they become very hesitant.
Yeah, I can see that.
Which in
Uh,
go ahead.
I was saying, so a part of this segment, are we going to get to a point where we talk about um, how people can overcome the anxiety?
Yeah, yeah.
So for how you were saying, for those who suffer from anxiety when it comes to relationships, um, like how what's the advice that you would give to help them kind of overcome like the things they're going through?
I would say take it slow.
Right.
Take it slow. And what's up, Jeff? Take it slow and just feel the person out. I've been hearing this thing, like I've seen it on TikToks, I've heard it on Instagram, and it says women are usually talking about it, and they were saying that for a man, when they meet a woman, they know exactly what they want from them. Do you guys feel that that's true?
Yes. I would say that doesn't go for all men,
Right.
because we all have different desires and things that of interest
Mm-hmm.
that we find interesting. Um, but I know what you mean. Like that's definitely something that I would say most men want. But sometimes it just happens, just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It just happens, but definitely, I would say I agree. Maybe not all men, but
Mm-hmm.
definitely some.
What about you, Chief?
Can you run that question again? My bad.
Do you feel that as a man, when you meet a woman, you kind of already know what you want with them or what you want out of them?
Yeah. I feel like I feel like if you're just going into a relationship, like, and you're just like not really knowing what's going on, I feel like that's where the maturity comes in.
Hmm.
Like playing the role as the man, like you should already know what you're getting out of a relationship, so you don't because that would bypass all the like insecurities and problems that would normally occur if you didn't know what you wanted.
Right, right. So
Right.
then, so then, for a woman, because I'm just trying to like get both aspects of it from a man and female point of
Yeah.
view. Um, so then for the woman to get around that is they would really have to kind of feel the man out. If a man knows exactly what he wants, how is the woman supposed to know what she wants or not. You know, because if the man
Yeah.
just wants to kind of like fuck, then
Right.
and the woman's trying to build a relationship, you know, it's hard for her to get over that anxiety of jumping into a new relationship if she's been
Yeah.
cheated on before. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's why I say, like, for a woman, they would have to take it slow. For men, I mean, I don't know. 'Cause not
Yeah.
every man has good intention.
That's true. You know,
Yeah.
some of them think with their head and not their head.
Yeah. See, thank you so much for the gift of sub to Porky. Let's go.
Thanks, Z. Love you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I would say it's a lot more easier for men to kind of um hmm, like the men know what they want. Like if they have already a thing in mind,
Uh-huh.
like they're already gonna know what they want. I think for the females, like they know what to expect.
Right.
And, you know, then you have the ones, you know, it's actually happening a lot now,
Mhm.
to where um, the women are taking the how you say the initiative and they're putting their foot down,
Yeah.
and you know that's you know all praise to them for doing so.
Yep.
Um, I think it just changes with the time, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh, you know, they say chivalry is dead, but like back then, you know, you know when it comes to like courtship, like the way they got together, and you know,
Like
it's a lot
wooing.
different. Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's a lot different than it is now. Like, um, I would say definitely, it's a you know, the times have changed, so I can only speak from what like I know and I've gone through, and I've been on both sides of it where you know I only wanted one thing out of it, and you know, then on the other side, it was like, you know, wanting the love instead, you know.
Hmm.
Um, so I think that just varies, and to help those who have the anxiety of going through those, you know, the BS
Hmm.
that they went through, I think it's just time, you know.
Right. Right.
How they manage that time is up to them, and sometimes people feel like, oh, I don't have time, like I got
True.
to do
True.
this. And,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
True.
So yeah, yeah, that's a hard one. You know, I just know what I went through it's different than some, but some people got it right, you know, right off back.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's what I say. Taking your time is like for those to for those who are trying to jump into a relationship and are hesitant because they have that anxiety. I say, like, just take your time, take it slow.
yeah. Like being hesitant is it's you're doing it with good reason.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with being hesitant to
Yeah. Nothing
everybody
wrong
who
with being
does.
cautious.
Exactly.
True.
I definitely say like just like it's really important just to be honest with yourself first and foremost.
Hmm.
Not don't lie to yourself. Like and definitely if the chemistry is there.
Hmm.
You know, that'll definitely solve most of the problems.
Facts.
True. True.
Yeah.
What
What else
about
you got, Hudson?
the feelings of terror or like self sabotage? Because that's still like that's another sign of anxiety right there as well. Don't you
Yeah,
think?
it is. Yeah, definitely. It's almost like PTSD in a way.
Hmm.
Yeah. How you say it's like the fear of rejection, the fear of, you know, a lot of things, you know, when people are you know, how do you say it when they're, you know, they're scared, you know, their looks kind of, you know, they kind of just overthink of it, you know, overthink it, self-sabotage and say like, oh, I'm not this enough. I'm not this enough. I'm not, you know, whatever. And just not being enough. Um, I
Like,
actually, I absolutely believe everyone's enough. You
true,
know,
true.
it just depends on who you're giving all of that to. Um, but for good reason, like how you said, they're just that terror of just being too nervous and
Hmm.
scared to put themselves out there. So yeah, I believe that's a thing as well.
Okay, okay. Well, why do you guys think that people self sabotage as a form of anxiety? Like, why do you think self sabotage happens, or always having that feeling that something bad's gonna happen?
Um,
Mm,
Chief,
What a
I'm trying to
pass it.
think.
What a
I'm
pass
trying
it.
to think.
yeah, no. Uh,
Now, keep in mind this
I,
this could take place whether it's in a relationship, whether it's
right.
school, work, uh, social interactions. Like it happens in anything. You know.
I would
I
say
think it comes
environment.
with like,
Environment comes with that too.
Right. Right.
yeah. I say like like the self sabotage thing you're talking about. I'd say people don't want to deal with like the possibility of disappointment or failure. So, they just go through with, how about I just wrap all this up and throw it away so I don't have to deal with, going through the failure, disappointment. They don't look at the upside, like, what if something good go happens? Like you said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. But,
Facts.
when anxiety factors in, you just don't want to, all you think is negative and you don't want to like deal with the possibility of it happening.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah,
True. True.
definitely them thinking, the glass is half empty type of thing.
Gotcha.
You know. Um yeah, bro. I believe it.
I know. Books used to like way back when he used to kind of go by this saying, and it was if you expect disappointment, you can't be disappointed.
Facts.
So a lot of the times, this was mainly pertaining to going on the road and performing with him and
Right.
his brother, and it was like a lot of the shows were hyped up more than what they were supposed to be,
Right.
and then the lineups were supposed to be a certain way. It never on the road. It never went the way we expected.
Hmm.
For him, like he was never disappointed because he never thought it was gonna go right anyways. For me, it was always I expected it to be in a professional manner. Whether
Right.
it's like in a ghetto ass neighborhood or in a like a fucking suburban area. For me, I always expected it to be a certain way.
Right.
Some sort of professionalism. But
Right.
that was just one thing he always went by, and I never understood it.
Yeah.
You know.
It's understandable like when people say that.
Hmm.
Um but also to add on to that is just how you saying going to a venue and performing, they say 100,000 people is going to be there and there's only like 20. Like
Right.
I would just in my experience, it's still like performing for those 20 people like there were 100,000. Like
Right. Right.
still giving your all.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of
Uh,
course.
so I mean, like relating that to anxiety, um, it's everything's a risk. There's always gonna be a risk. But it's just having the courage to still,
Right.
I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this and that. I'm gonna work through my anxiety, whether it's relationships, at work, school, just going about. I would say definitely as just advice to try to help people get through things is still give it 110%. You know, because I don't believe in failures. We already talked about